Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We are in the queue. Kolento versus Mojang is on tap today, and we have a very vivid opening here. Who needs drones? Also, what are we doing with all this green? I assume clusters. But why? Clusters and grenade mechs, like, obviously he's setting up for both of those things to threaten a breach, I guess. But I don't totally understand why. This just seems wasteful. Like, what? Can your opponent not defend against this? He just bought 2 conduits. He can force field, right? I don't understand why no one's buying all the red stuff. It seems good. 8, 12. I mean, it's 12 damage, but 6, 9, 2 force fields defends, and you get, like, obviously 2 force fields and a wall, right? Or hold the splitter, even better. Yeah, you don't even need the force fields. Oh my gosh, you have the Orite Core. That's amazing. And you just pick up, like, a Tantalum, and... Well, I don't know about that. Your opponent's about to click Grenade Mech and buy Grenade Mech. You might want to have some drones on the table. I think those Vivids were extremely greedy and not good. Against the game plan that your opponent has set up. Like, set up extremely loudly, I might add. Alright, we got gassed. That's a rematch. Played gassed in the last episode. Okay, so blue is highly prominent. It wouldn't hurt to get some red or some green. But I think that the key... Well, I was going to say the key is Drake. But you might want a Steel Forge, in which context, like, Drake's clickability is not that much of a threat. And Cauterizer and Borehole do a good job of playing around Drake threat, in a way. I mean, I don't know. Recently, opponents have bought boreholes against me, my Drakes, and I have just clicked the Drakes over and over and over to kill their boreholes. So it's not that great at playing around threat. But, like, Cauterizer is pretty good at it. Like, they just disable a Cauterizer for 1 turn, and then you rebuy the Engies, and it's back online. Right. I guess that's still worth a click from them if it can turn off a Cot even for 1 turn. But you can, like, buy Engies and pretend they're prompt by sacking the Engies you have and then replacing them on the next turn. Or having them replaced on the next turn. So, I don't know. Thermite seems okay, but there's no real absorbers in this set. And especially if your opponent gets a borehole or something, the Thermite value is going to be non-existent. Wow. Really? 3rd Engineer? I don't think that's correct. There's some soak, you know, Cauterizer, but... And also Borehole is technically soak, although you really hate to do it. But there's no Absorb, and there's... Drake? Like, that's a good attacker. And there's also Thermite to deny you the Absorb you would get. Of the opponent's early attacks. So I'm inclined to just, like... do this? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess I want boreholes, apparently. I don't exactly want them right away. I want to be able to get a borehole, like, I want to be able to get my Thermite Core along with some attack. So I was thinking something like this, and then I can Thermite borehole. Animus? Well, Animus is probably a bit silly. I don't know. The Thermite kind of sucks. I don't know. It's even if I only click it once, it's like 2 damage. And it'll give me a chance to like buy a wall or something against their attack. Yeah, I don't know. This seems okay. All right, they're heading the path of the soak. Seems to be their plan. Sure, makes sense. Ah, now I can like get Tarsiers. I'm a little bit short on drones, but I was thinking Tarsiers here are a kind of cute way to extend the use of this Thermite core a bit. Right, like next turn I can wall Thermite, Tarsier or something, and I'm not adding any attack right away. And then after that I can start clicking forwards or something. I think this is too much tech. Yeah, I think the red is just the wrong idea. Maybe I should just buy a Drake? Or like Thermite, Borehole, Gauss Cannon? Okay, sure. And I don't know, my spot's looking pretty okay. 2 Thermites should be the limit, though. I don't think I want any more after this. In a wall absorb set, it's just not worth denying absorb for that long. It's a big investment of blue. I'm just getting it here because it happens to fit pretty well, and like, even if it's only creating 2 pixies, sort of fine. Is this silly? I think it's pretty silly. I was thinking like Drake Wall. And then on the next turn, or on future turns, I can click the Steel Forge and only have 1 blue to deal with. Which I could spend on like a wall and then buy, say, a Gauss Cannon. Kind of a shame to be missing out on cauterizers, but they get to keep 1 NG and they have 5 more coming, so that turns off Cot. They're attacking for just 5. So Wall Drake is pretty good. I think a Drake click is also good. Right, if I click Drake, they get to keep alive 2 engineers, and they have 4 coming, so they're attacking for only 6 here. So this seems pretty great. I wish I could could buy the Forge back. Maybe I should have done that. But Clicking Drake was pretty cool. I don't know. I mean, I should have force fielded in. I'm not so sure actually what I should have done to get the Forge back. So how much are they actually attacking for here? They have 2 cots off, so they're attacking for 8. So that's this, I think. I could drone instead of NG. I don't have so much green that seems like a great idea. Shouldn't you buy NGs instead of this Tarsier? I don't know. I'm attacking for what, 11? I'll wait till they finished all this, like, it's a little tricky. So 11, actually I can do it here. Like, they 2... Really? 5, they still lose 6 NGs? 3 NGs? Yeah, they lose 3 NGs, that keeps 2 firing, okay. So their attack is actually 8. And I can't do anything clever with my attack numbers, can I? I guess 10 is the most inconvenient for them. But no, this just kills an NG, so it's fine. 8 attack. Also, they're out of cots. Good to know. 8 attack requires a force field or a wall. I choose force field because it lets me get a splitter. Eleven is again killing 3 NGs, so this isn't enough. You need to cut the Tarsier for NGs here. Wow. Cut the NGs for Tarsiers. That's another approach, I guess. Right, we are, so 11, 8, yeah, they attack for 9, which is this. Seven? What? Did I forget how to subtract or something? I guess I did. I shouldn't have force fielded, apparently. That's definitely a mistake. They're still buying Tarsiers, which is just unbelievable. So how much are they actually down here? They're getting to keep 4 NGs alive, so they're down 2 is 9. Pretty sure this is correct. It's 9, right? This defends. And this is necessary to defend. Anyway, part of like right now I'm also winning the breach-proof tiebreaker endgame kind of thing. Like once they run out of cauterizers, like what are they gonna do? Whereas I can sort of start sacking patrollers if I need to. Seven again. Well, this time they're holding back 2 splitters. Oh, did they do that last time and I just didn't notice? No, that did not happen. But this is like a resignation, isn't it? Why are you holding back this splitter? I'm -2 attack. 14 would be okay for you, I think. Maybe it helps you keep the cot firing next turn? That could be. So, 13 attack. How much are they losing here? They get to keep 3 health alive, right? One's going to be an NG, one's going to be a Rhino. So they're firing 1 fewer cot. 1 fewer splitter. And 1 fewer Rhino. That's 4 less is 11. That's kind of a lot. Right? Like this is 8, 11. Okay, I actually don't need a force field yet. And buying a force field would not allow me to get anything else. Although, what if I did this? No, this is bad. Yeah. I'll just do this. I'm a little bit ungranular after this, but you know, that's life. No, you should absorb onto a splitter, not a cauterizer. They attacked for 1 too little. I guess it doesn't matter because they're holding some of each anyway. Okay. Do I even need this? What's happening? They're keeping 2 health alive, which I guess is going to be just NGs. And absorbing onto splitters, so they're losing 3. They have 5 less than it says. That's 10. Seven, 10. This seems all right. Yeah, I really can't let Q. Like you should sack the cot. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you're holding splitters anyway, I guess it doesn't matter. A lot of math to do in this one. So now they get no NGs, which means they're not firing any cots. They're losing 2 attack in addition to that, so they're -4, that's 10. This is only 6. Okay, 6, 7, 10. And this still doesn't let them keep any attackers. What do I buy with all this money? NGs? Seems okay. I was thinking of maybe buying a forge for like Drake clicks, but that doesn't seem so great. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should do this, right? And I keep the wall and the threat of clicking splitters. So here they're losing like a shitload of attack, right? I don't even know how much they're attacking for. Okay. It was going to be about 7 or 8, I think. So, what happened this game? I think 3rd NG was just not correct. Cauterizers made it look defensible for a while. But there just wasn't enough defense to really justify that, and there was also some good support for attacking, i.e. Thermite Core. I'm really not sure about my Drake click here. Like, it's great because it turns off a Cauterizer, right? But it kind of sucks to do that and not replace the Blast Forge. I don't know. It's fine. It's just like I don't want 2 blue. I kind of want 1 or 3. And to do that, I need a Blast Forge and then like click the Steel Forge, right? It was kind of awkward having 2. Although I guess I actually made it work pretty well with like Wall Force Field Splitter, so maybe that was alright after all. But opponent just didn't really get a chance to build enough stuff to justify the high econ approach. There's also several defensive problems in terms of like not being willing to soak with Cauterizer and buying way too many Tarsiers. I think it was okay for me to get 2 Thermites. I don't know if it was good. It was a cheap way to use my tech, and I kind of needed that. I don't know, I think it was alright. And here, obviously, I don't think I said, but I could clearly deny some absorb by clicking 2 Thermites and just attacking for 1 into the wall instead of letting them get 2 absorb, but it's clearly better to give them 1 extra absorb, but 2 less attack, right? Since it means I don't have to, like, force field or something this turn. And then I had a similar question with Drake, and I don't know, like, how many times did I use this 3rd blue? I bought it here. I used it to buy Drake Wall. And then as soon as I could, I sold it back for Wall Forge Click. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of a crummy Blast Forge, but it's fine. Oh, so what about that turn where they attacked for less than I thought they would? What was that all about? It was the turn before this one, right? They attacked for 7 when I thought they could have attacked for 9 here. This is the turn when I was looking at it. And yeah, I just didn't I counted wrong. It might be because I said they're down 2 cots. What's 11 minus 2? 9? Maybe? Or maybe I got confused and thought that like the fact they were defending with a cot somehow changed the numbers. I'm not sure. Did opponent eventually run out of engineers, by the way? They didn't. So definitely some of these Tarsiers also should have just been NGs, because like 4 NGs cost as much as 2 Tarsiers and attacks for as much, but it attacks sooner, and also it's vigilant. You can defend with it later, right? So clear improvement there. I don't know. I think it just comes down to recognizing what the right units to buy in this set are, which I think is blue-green. Like, I would really love to get some red, but because Cauterizers are great, I would love to buy some of them in this game. But there, like, wasn't enough econ to justify getting that and green, and I think, at least for player 2 anyway, mixing in green is so much more natural and lets me get a pretty convenient, like, couple of first attackers that are, you know, tying in well with the Thermite Core. So I don't know. You could get red blue. I think it would be fine. Maybe for player 1 actually. Maybe that is okay. But I think the 3rd engineer is wrong. You would want something like DD, and then even DDA might be okay. Sort of hard to get blue at that stage. So DDB into Splitter Animus or something? I don't know. Oh well, I don't have to figure it out. I was player 2. There you go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.